again to your program, Personalities Larry on Ben TV, the first ethnic satellite TV station in the UK. I want to say thank you for your viewing loyalty as always. We promise to give you the best content from this part of the world, Nigeria. Of course, today is going to be an exciting package. You need to sit down and watch it. It's going to be very interesting. We have an opinion poll about President Muhammadu Buhari's government in the last 2.5 years. People are saying, some are saying good, some are saying bad, some are saying ugly, but you need to watch the program to get the opinions of Nigerians and how they feel about the number one man in the country, President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC administration. Thereafter, we were able to track down one of the aspirants for the state gubernatorial primaries coming up very shortly. If you remember, the Ekiti State elections will be taking place sometimes in November 2018. Of course, people are getting ready for it, and we were able to talk to Honorable Bimbo Damola, a former member of the House of Representatives in Nigeria, who actually is one of the aspirants. He was able to tell us his views and what he feels about his party's chances in that election. Also, what he intends to do just in case he didn't win the primaries. It's a very exciting discourse, and of course you will enjoy it. Thereafter that, we were able to go around our city, Lagos, Nigeria, a mega city turning into a tourist destination. We went around to show you the beauty of Lagos and what Lagosians feel about their city, Lagos State. At the end of the program is a short play called Finding Adaora. A group of some young professionals trying to reinvent the theater culture in Nigeria. Actually stayed a play to commemorate our 57th year independence in Nigeria. It's a very exciting package. We'll be right back on the other side of the program. Don't go away. Enjoy it.
Since Nigeria became a formally independent federation in 1960, it has alternated between democratically elected civilian governments and military dictatorships until it achieved a stable democracy in 1999, with the 2011 presidential elections considered the first to be reasonably free and fair. Nigeria as a country is viewed as a multinational state, as it is inhabited by over 500 ethnic groups, of which the three largest are the Hausa, Igbo and Yoruba. President Muhammadu Buhari's reputation for being incorruptible and his military background made him an attractive candidate to be nominated as president, whom many Nigerians hope will effectively handle the threats posed by the Islamic militant group Boko Haram, whose violent acts have terrorized parts of the country in recent years. The past 2 years of Buhari's regime has been such that has left many Nigerians talking, as he has not been able to meet expectations and has also not fulfilled the promises he made before he became the president. Even though corruption is being dealt with in this regime as promised by the president, most Nigerians say they are yet to feel the impact of the president's attempt to kill corruption in Nigeria. They, however, applauded the improved security in Nigeria. Nigerians stressed that unemployment amongst the youth and the present economic downturn should also be a thing of concern to the Buhari administration, rating the president below 50%.
If I give him 100%, maybe a 48. And why? It's just for one reason. Because there seems to be, we know what is going on. Even if it is stealing, we know that people are stealing. Okay? And people are bold in the government, even in the party, to say that, oh, there is stealing going on. Unlike what we had in the past. Massive stealing was going on, government was in denial. So that is why I would say, what did I say, 48%? All right, so it is not a pass mark because much hadn't been done, really. All the promises that had been given had really not been scratched, you know. light power in 6 months, employment opportunity, payment of stipends to graduates and all that, job creation. This is the third year running, and we have not really seen much difference, especially in the area of power. In all of the states, the only state, I'm a newsman as well, the only state you can really say things are happening is Lagos here. And so I can't really see any much improvement.
If I'm going to score him, maybe I'll score him maybe 3/10. Yeah, because the expectation of the people is different from what they are seeing right now. Even though I don't really blame him much because of what he meant on ground. But at the same time, the certain parameter that was supposed to put in place for actualization of his goals have not been properly shined well. And with the rate of things that we are seeing, we are not really seeing the changes that they promised at the initial stage. But maybe before the end of his tenure, some improvement might be seen at the end of the day. But for now, it's below average, and I believe that's the opinion of most Nigerians right now.
I will rate him on 45%. If we look at the corruption, he has done well in that angle. And agriculture, there was a little improvement. But when you talk about general, economic general, it's not there. Because the rate of unemployment is high, inflation rate, and people are losing their jobs. And infrastructural development is coming up gradually. But there are a lot of things he needs to tight. He needs to look inward. In some state beyond oil. Now they are looking for oil in the north. Everybody is looking for oil. It's not. We don't need oil. We have land. We should think of agriculture, manufacturing sector, mining sector to grow this economy. And everybody must be there. Not that we are taking money from Nigeria. You are buying a house in Dubai, London today, and so the man has done well, averagely.
He's trying for now because nobody can just predict what the future can be. So for now, I think he's trying his best. Actually, I'm a youth, so I try to understand his health status and all that. So he's trying. Thank God for a good vice president that has been given to him, which is Oshibanjo. So kudos to him for now.
Fair enough. I would say he's trying though, but I think on the youth path, they should create more jobs for the youth, and at least from there, we are the future of the country, and from there, it goes a long way. Thank you. Well, just give him 40. Yeah.
For me, Buhari is not doing well at all. For me, because the different type of problem going on in Nigeria, and this is not what the promise does. Exactly, many things has been happening, and if you see now, we are not having light like we should be having. I can say even Goodluck Jonathan regime is better than his own, and we are facing a lot of problems now. Petroleum stuff, everything, and roads, bad roads, school fees. Now, if you want to buy what they call it, Pepsi now, 200 naira. Normally, doing Goodluck Jonathan is 100 naira. So everything has changed. It has made problem worse for a lot of people. So
even with their displeasures, Nigerians sympathized with the president on his health challenges, praying for a quick recovery. With the indifference about the Buhari administration, Nigerians are optimistic towards a better Nigeria in the nearest future.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, yes. Well, it's nice to have you here. A whole lot of things are happening. A lot of water has gone on the bridge. It's been like a year that we met and spoke about this aspiration that was at the budding phase at that time. And then they have a sense of, oh, when he had a chance, he was diligent at another man's job. And at that point in time, I didn't have a wink that I was going to run for House of Governor.
But if you have to go into retrospect,
yes.
Why did you lose that election?
Why did we lose that election?
Yes.
I didn't lose that election alone.
12 times, get Bimbo Ramona tonight. Omishori's voice, Fadish's voice, Opadipolo's voice, the general's voice. Get him tonight. Get him tonight. He must. And then that was a prelude to my election. By the time we came to my election, it was a fait accompli. But in my own town, they needed to take, because there was an exit route, to take the votes, the ballots back to our farm. And then they escorted the ballots coming out of my place to the coalition center. They shot at me at the junction of Ilupeju. They shot at me point blank.
You know, so, and how many times have they've taken attempt at my life so many times in that place. So, I just told them, and people also have fondest memories of how I stood by this party at times when there was nothing to stand for. I was offered $1 million, and I saw it. $1 million US. Yes, cash. A friend of mine pulled me by the shoulder and said, "Come in, what's all these things? What's all these things you're doing?" And I mentioned his name, he's from Delta State. But I was saying his name. He said, "Listen, the president said, the camp on the floor." Because I know, it was all about, so that I'll make the banner list and they'll go like, DG can't define a new design. The camps, the APC. I did not. Integrity for me, it's a lifelong creed. And don't forget that we're Ekiti people. And one of the reasons why I'm running is because I want to restore that identity. We're not the people that were driven by frivolities and all of those things. We're people who, and I'm quick to also remind, I'm taking a whole lot of things together. So many things are coming to my head. Do you know that we went all out for our own son, Chief Hakeem Okoye, and chased him out of the state because of a man from Chief Michael Adekunle-Agashin? All because that we felt violated. If we felt violated, this is not who we are. We voted Agashin, we didn't vote you. And we did that to our own son. Regrettably so. I'm not saying I abhor violence, but that was to show that our people will go everything in pursuit of what they believe. They will not glamorize you. Place of extraction does not appeal. When people talk about Southern Nigeria, we're not a people who get sold on sentiments. General Basu just said to somebody one day in 2000 and said, if you say they are stubborn, I will agree. Or if you say they've stolen, I will say no. General Basu just said it because one of his peers, but document was there, and I was there at that time. So we have a pedigree. We have a corporate pedigree and antecedents that we must get back to. We didn't just hand the sobriquet of state and bridge professors for nothing. And it's not professors, it's not learning without knowledge. And it's not learning without character. We had everything. When you see an Ekiti man, you see knowledge, you see learning, you see character. You can't be a professor and be worth nothing. But we had a reputation of being people with character, reputation, and knowledge.
Okay, fantastic. We have a grandstanding governor in Ekiti State now. And of course, you got an opposition who insisted that they are going to put their own people as the next governor. But within the APC camp, we've seen a lot of emerging aspirants coming out. How do you manage this?
Well, again, it's a sad reflection of how we manage. Adversity is very beautiful. Adversity helps you to see yourself in a true form. In those days when they say you're a party man, you're a dying party man. When I stood at the barricades, putting my life online, telling Mr. Yokada you cannot declare that result right in front of gun-toting policemen, it was Ekiti me that was speaking at that night. And I stood, I said, no, you will not. That was at the rerun between Shegun and Kalifai. I said, no, I wasn't acting a script. Nobody wrote it down that this was going to turn out at the campaign center. And I said, no, you're not going to lose. And the guy cocked and had his finger around the trigger. I said, pull the trigger. You're going to give me a bullet and I wouldn't know anything that's happening anymore. That was the Ekiti speaking. Unfortunately today, in the period between 2003 and now, we've lost all of that. That's why the party is standing on quicksand still. The party is standing on quicksand. That people who practically do not know how many wards are in the state have the temerity. And I say that very clearly. Temerity. This is not aspiring to become, you don't become governor because you have a qualification to do so. You become a governor because you have the reputation to say, yes, this man can represent you. It's by the will of the people. And then you feel that because you have money, you have sickly looking $1 million, and then you think that the next thing you can have a shot out. State government and say, no, we won't let it happen.
But without this playing out, what will be the chances of your party?
Again, well, it's a sad, like I said to you, it's a sad reflection of how bad things have turned. Every system also has inherent in it the seed of its own destruction. regrettably so. Every seat. Humanity, ilé kan bá ń tòrò, ọmọ àlè ibẹ̀ ni ò tí dàgbà. When a house is together, everything is running well and all of that, it's because the child that came out of illicit relationship by the father or the mother has not grown up. And what is the correction of that now? You find a system where people like me have put in 12 years. If I put 12 years in academics, I'll be close to being a professor now. And there's somebody coming from Kutuwenji or somewhere who practically doesn't even understand. Today they are introducing the leaders who we will scrutinize over. They are introducing them to you. I would expect that this system will have a self-censorship, self-limiting. Listen, let me tell you a little bit about microbiology of microbes. When you get to a point, then they will get to a point where all your potentials have been fully realized, and then you mutate. That's the self-limiting aspect of the biology of microbes. This system should say, no, having gone through all of this, this is what this system can take per time. Can we honestly, as a party in opposition, deal with a governor who is popular, who is rambunctious, who is in your face, and through their faces gets into their hearts, and then we're like this, spread so thinly, confront that guy in another 6 months. By this time next year, it is going to happen again. How prepared are we to get in that? We can't be governor with a person like Alan Fauci. Make no mistakes about it. Dr. Peter Fauci is a very strong personality. He understands, and I've said this so many times. He has the mastery of the politics of that environment, which he has shaped to suit his own purpose. But it's not mystical.
Okay, if your party didn't get it right at the primary, what will be your next move?
A lot of people asking this question. I'm not likely to leave that party. I will not leave that party. Let me make that clear. And you know they keep looking for all kinds of things to stick on me and all of that. They say some nice things about me. But at one point they say, oh yes, Atiku. Somebody's true is spinning to this day and say, oh, it's an Atiku man. I'm not going to deny my relationship with anybody, including Atiku Abubakar. I have a tremendous, fantastic relationship with him, like I have with Olusegun Obasanjo, like I have with a whole lot of people. One of the things that I hold extremely very dear to my heart in my life is relationship. Because when politics ends, relationship starts. So I'm not going to deny him. But when he went back to PDP, did I go back with him? No. I'm going to be 15 November. So I have my own mind. I will not leave this party. But if the primaries is free and fair, I will work for whoever emerges. I will work with everything. I will not negotiate. No. I will work with everything. If that primary is transparent, we're watching it like that. And then those guys will go through their ballots behind, including the guys whose hands are in the till or blood dripping out of their fingers and go. If they choose to say that's the way they want to go, and it's fair that they do that or they decide to do that, I'm going to let it slide.
What about you?
However, if they do anything to the contrary, don't forget, every system has inside of it its own seed of instruction.
What about if your party go for a consensus candidate?
They can have that. Well, unless the consensus candidate is going to be me. However, I don't think consensus is going to happen really, because
you never know.
It's going to be a tall one. It's going to be a tall order for everybody to talk consensus. Because if you talk about consensus, you would have to justify why we must consensually agree and keep behind somebody. You know, I would feel honored if there's a consensus but I also want to hand it. I want to hand that position. And that's why I think it's okay for us to do this. But while allowing all of these aspirants to go around and all of that, I honestly don't think it's a wise decision to have 46 people running rings around themselves, around the state, and wanting to become governor. At the end of the day, when this is all done and over with, we will be saddled with the responsibility of closing up ranks and preparing. We don't know paper cracks, closing up ranks to ensure that we form a solid team to confront our inflation. Guess what our inflation has done? Very smart man. He has given the marshal that I want my deputy down, so he won't deal with it. So everybody can throw tantrums, can fight, can do all of those things. The guy has given the marshal that as long as he said we will still have primaries, but this is my preferred. I'm a candidate. I'm a delegate at that election myself. He seems to say to them, I'm a delegate at that election, and this is the guy I preferred. You understand? And you cannot hamstring me from doing that. You understand? If you still you can fight, oh yeah, let's go. So everybody's kicking and saying, no. But the truth of the matter is that he now has enough of time to deal with all the fallouts of pre-primary issues and post-primary issues. He has the benefits and the headroom of time to deal with that. We won't have that. Our primaries is going to come up in between March and April next year, and then we'll be 1 month from the election. How much of time do we have to heal all crowds? How much time? We won't have those time. And if you don't have the time, we're going to go to that election badly divided, splintered, and then constantly divided and fall.
Okay. Eventually you got it. Yeah, the governor.
Yes.
We've seen your agenda. What would be your first priority? Because civil servants in the state, they are not really enjoying the service right now.
Well, I hope they are not. Again, if you had said that to me 20 years ago, I'll say yes. But today, you never can tell. What would my first? You asked me 2 questions. One, what would be my first agenda if I become governor today? Within the first 1 month, I'm going to convoke an all-Ekiti stakeholder meeting. And I'm going to be upfront and frank with them and say, listen, take me out of the picture. Let's look at the next generation. We need to get this state back to work. We need to make sure that this state gets back that reputation. We need to earn it. We need to take our pride of place in the community of states. And that's the softer side of government. Any idiot can build roads. Any idiot can build schools. Most times they just don't do it. But assumably any idiot should be able to do that. But what I need is this. Listen, you have this hardware, you have this phone, but there's an application that drives it. So if the software is wrong, get the screen right, get every other part of this phone right. If the software is not good, this phone is not going to work. So I'm going to get them to understand at home all the psychophancy, all the politics that has bitterly divided us and ripped us apart. We need to close up ranks now. I need to work with every son and daughter within and without to make sure that we get that state back. Because listen, in the state of Atlanta, Georgia, in the state of Georgia alone, there are 5,000 Ekiti state indigenous there. 5,000. And I have a scheme that says in Lila Bosimi, one of what we do is I put 8 of them out there. Clearly, from those guys, I'm going to raise 5 billion within 90 days. All I'm going to do is that I'm going to get to do the same mortgage that they do in the US. Give me $500 by the month. And then I'll carve out a new GRA. I'll give the model to you. I say, pick. Do you want 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, duplex? Get me the one. And then get that work. Because all of them really would like to have a home back at home. But they can't trust people and all that. And I have an ISP behind that. I have the state sovereignty in quotes behind telling them to give me that money so that they can be too sure that nothing is going to go wrong. And I'm going to build to specification. I'm going to enhance the skill and the skill set of those people because I will get people to build to the state, to the taste of the guys who wanted those houses. So within 90 days, I'm going to raise 5.2 billion, crunch the maths. I'm not talking about you, that's one state out of 50. Yeah, 50. And then across the length and breadth of the world. So we would have to look for a way to ingenuously throw in so much of money into that place because you can't do too much. And I'm going to deal with the fact that our education has got to jobs. I was raised in that state. I was born there. I went to a kindergarten there. I don't think there's any KG school in that place anymore. I went to Christ Nursery Primary School. I don't know of any. Okay, well, the ones that belong to primary private guys and all of that. And people are paying through their noses to get into those schools. I'm going to give so much of confidence back to public school that it will be stupidity to put your child in private school, and I can do it. I'm going to create back a system that will make teachers to be proud of their profession like my parents were. The 2 of them were teachers, and my mom died a teacher, extremely very proud of her profession. And then they said 5 of us, and we don't have regrets today. Listen, it could have been better if my father had been born by Makati, if my father had been in Makati today. It wouldn't have mattered, it wouldn't have made a difference. I would just be who I am now. So we can only do that if we get the softer side of government right. Softer side of government is getting the consensus behind the government. To say, okay, fine. All right, all of those bitter policies of APC, PDP, ABGA, Labour, and all of those things are not. Listen, any child between, and I've done this test a couple of times, anybody between the ages of 20 and 35 in the state does not know anything that Adekunle Fajuri stands for. You don't even know him. Beyond the fact that they see Adekunle Fajuri Park. Who is he? Adekunle Fajuri died exemplifying one of the ideals of an man, which is integrity, character. He had a guest and he said, no, you're not going to take my guest down on my soil. And he chose to die. That's okay. He could have said, oh, then trade him over, escape. How many people can connect the coming generation as we speak, as we have them today? Do not even understand the ideals of the fact that we're coming from somewhere. Go and read our Kitibara War. Go and read that and look at our relationship with the nations and how we stop the rampaging Fulanis coming into it. That's what we have. I need to get people to reconnect back to, listen, a people who lose their identity can as well know that it's signed up their future. That's why every Indian, they call themselves American Indian, but they have diaspora day in India. And I attended one with Abike when I was in Nazareth. Everybody all over the world, virtually all Indian doctors. And to the extent that the FDI, foreign direct investment going to India, a sizable chunk of that is coming from those guys. Yet they have done Atlantic, but they're not they're coming from somewhere. And I'm going to do that with America, with the state. We're small, 2.3 million people. That's a small state, very small state.
Okay, let's look at issue of security in the state. Yes, look to be violent, especially during election time.
Yes.
How do you see this playing out during the primaries and the general elections?
Again, let me tell you, Larry. You know, if you ask some people, if you ask some people now, they have been doing violent. Okay. But if you ask some people, they know that if you don't trigger it, the violence in me don't come out unless you trigger it. If I lose at the primaries honorably, I will let it slide. But if you tweak it, and I've said it, and I'm saying it now, I'm saying it to camera now, we will have about 2,000 people, 2,304, 2,350 people at the max going to vote as delegates going to vote at that election. If one person, and I'm saying it now, if one person is different from the list that they have given to us and the list that I have, and they say, and my representative in that ward says, this is not our auditor, this is not our chairman, this is not our PRO, this is not our secretary, nobody will have that election. The election won't vote. I can tell you that. Let them bring everybody, or else they will kill me. And my people know that. Every battle that I have fought in the state, I have led it by myself.
Do you foresee that playing out?
Oh yes, they will. I mean, people may have funny arguments and all of that. You know, you never can tell with this thing. People are scheming and doing all kind of things. I'm saying it. I'm not judging. Let them go and look at my records. If you mess with that, we're going to cripple everything. Let them do it like Anambra. Maybe they defeated them. The Andy was watching it there. And then they defeated the park in the bottom. If they defeat me, I'll say, okay, tough luck. And of course, that is it. And then I'm hanging my boots. After that.
Is anything with you? You've been talking about the diaspora and they're watching you right now on our global platform. What have you got for them?
Well, you know, like I said, incidentally, one of the things I talked about is the Lila Muslim. And I'm not mouthing it. Go and look at my reputation. You know, I was on the station one day in London, and some of these guys were taking pot shots at me. And I said to them, listen, I don't say things that I can't back into a reputation. First of all, impeach my credibility first, before you now begin to take a shot at me. If you know that what I've said is not correct. When I said that, come on, I suggest, my website is out there, let them go and check it. My Twitter page is there, my Instagram page is there. My life is an open book. And I can assure you guys that you will have a government that you'll be proud of. You will be extremely proud that you have, and I say that very responsibly, you'll be extremely proud that you have a governor like myself. Because I'm going to reflect the ideals that you want to see in your state. I'm not too sure many of you are not cringing when you mention your state today. You know, but for you guys, you have, I was talking to somebody here yesterday, I said, listen, with the way you're talking, and I've checked a little bit about you now, I feel like just coming back home. And he said, I'm going to back your campaign. You understand? Right here yesterday, I just met him here. I came out of church yesterday and just said, I said, yes, I read a few things about you. Please, whatever sign of support you need, I'm willing to give. So, I heard you guys, and please, you're the ones who keep sending money home. We can't even have a trail of that money. There's a nexus between an impoverished people and a poor, disillusioned man who is abroad. You walk your fingers to bones, doing 9 to 5, and then going to clock in at another place at night. And then you have people who are in deep shit at home. So you keep sending money, let's take some of this challenge off you. Let your money stay in your pocket in London, in the US, in the UK, wherever it is. And that can happen when I ensure that the system in your state ensures that the people you pay their Medicare in private hospital are now have a public hospital that can take the challenge off them. And so you won't have to worry about that. And then you can come back home and give us some of your skill. I will create an environment where you will have a place in our government. That's what I will offer the diasporans. And like I just told you, I know the critical place of the diasporas in nation. I just told you about the Indian experience. You understand? So you will be, first thing first, you will be proud to have a state that makes you happy. You will not go to bed thinking about what next your government is going to do tomorrow.
Okay, before we go, let's look at the federal angle now. A lot of people are not happy with your government. They say that they have not enjoyed the dividends. Over 200 years in governance. And it's playing out everywhere, every sector. People are jumping into the lagoon because they can't receive their salaries. What can you say to that?
Well, I'm not going to agree to you or agree with you that, that people are saying that we don't enjoy that. Again, I think it's better to situate it in the context. There may be teething challenges within government.
But the president is asking for more time. And more time do we have?
Well, we still have 1 year now.
The election year is next year.
You can do a whole lot. I mean, election shouldn't ordinarily get in the way. You see, again, we need to also begin to understand that we need to build systems, strong systems, and not strong individuals. Great nations are built around systems that work, around institutions, not around individuals. Because today, you know something, and the credence that I learned when Hillary, I supported Hillary throughout. I went. Oh, I didn't make it. I went before the campaign. Whatever I could do, I did. You know, and it turned out that Donald Trump was winning, and I called my friend who's in the Air Force in the US, and I said, Kemi, come, this guy is going to win. I'm not going to come to the US. And the next 4 years, I said, don't worry yourself. I said, don't mind all of those things that you say. The institution won't let it happen in the US. As if they're able to build the wall in Mexico. As if being able to repeal Obamacare. I can't do it. That's a great nation that is built around institutions. Now, we need to aspire. We need to be inspired and then aspire to a nation that will be built around very strong institutions, that regardless of who is sitting in Nassau Rock, that the system will just work. Look at this budget issue every year. I was in the parliament for 4 years, and we had, you know, Jonathan, National Assembly, back and forth. We're talking at each other's throats and all of that. By the time you get all of those, yeah, occasionally, I mean, appropriation is an issue everywhere over the world, but the truth of the matter is that when institutions begin to drive the strength of the nation, you will know that strong individuals begin to build into this significance. I believe very strongly that we have not totally connected with the clear agenda of General Buhari. As I see it, I see in my mind, what I see is that General Buhari feels that he couldn't deal with the fact that so much of looting has been going on, and then he needed to ensure that people, plug the holes, stop corruption, of course deal with security challenges and all of that. And that seemed to be the two clear agenda that the man had on the table. And everybody agreed there was a consensus behind the fact that, oh, there was so much of looting going on in the immediate past administration. And we said it. How do you deal with the fact that somebody had $43 million cash at home, wherever it is? Now, so on that score, you can say, okay, it's done really well. And then the narrative should and Nigeria should own that. But I've said at another forum, I said, listen, money sitting in one room will not attend to medical challenges until you build hospitals. Money kept in the coffers in the vaults of CBN won't make education better, won't build roads, won't do all of those things if you don't do that. So I have pleaded that our government, and I believe that this is one government that some of us also worked so hard for. We were smoked out at the National Assembly because of this government. You understand? We stood up to Jonathan, we stood did all of those things. So, even though, we may have expectations that have not been met, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to give and pay the price and all of that. And we're willing to do that.
So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, reasonably so. I just feel that Well, it's also in order for Nigerians to be impatient. Naturally, I mean, we've been stifled for so long and we've been used to the old order. So I honestly would think that all of the monies that they have recovered, either from people or from this and that, the money has to go to work now. You know, and I think he's doing a bit of that by all this bailout. It's just like it's not sustainable. You know, all these bailouts and all that to ensure. I think it's the president that cares also. He said he wonders why the governors are not paying salaries. For instance, in my state, my own dear governor, you know, he's only 8 months. And then he just got the title of Akwesiona. How do you reconcile that?
Honorable Madala, it's a pleasure for you always.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Viewers, it's been an interesting discussion with Honorable Pimpo Damola, global aspirant on the APC platform, Ekiti 2018. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on the other side.
Lagos State is the largest city and former capital of Nigeria and also the largest mega city on the African continent in terms of population. It is the fourth largest economy in Africa. Lagos derived from lakes by the Portuguese, the language of the first European settlers known to visit the settlement and then already inhabited by the Awori. The state was created on May 27, 1967 by virtue of State Creation and Transitional Provisions, Decree number 14 of 1967, which restructured Nigeria's federation into 12 states. Prior to this, Lagos Municipality had been administered by the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Lagos Affairs as the regional authority, while the Lagos City Council (LCC) governed the city of Lagos. Equally, the metropolitan areas of Ikeja, Agege, Mushin, Ikorodu, Ekpe and Badagry were administered by the Western region. While the state is essentially a Yoruba-speaking environment, it is a socio-cultural melting pot attracting both Nigerians and foreigners alike. His Excellency Akinwumi Ambode is the 14th governor of the state. He has been lauded for his excellent performance and fulfillment of his promises. The people of Lagos expressed their gratitude and appreciation towards the infrastructure works done in Lagos and also the healthy and neat environment Lagos State government has been able to achieve.
Of course, there's been a lot of improvement in Lagos State. This after about months that I've come to Lagos. When I came in the day before yesterday, I was so marveled and impressed with what I saw. Unlike how it was before, when you used to take a lot of time before you get to your destination. There's been a lot of control in terms of traffic, getting to where you are going. There's no more congestion on the road. And of course, in terms of health sector, I don't really look to that much, but what I've seen is that when you have a serene environment, there will be less health challenges. And of course, I think that people are not really complaining about health, and the news I've been reading from the day I arrived Lagos till now, I think it has been impressive, and from the views of everybody that relate to it so far, I think Ambode has really done enough.
The governor is doing great, and I must confess that what's on ground has surpassed what the previous government has done. And somebody like this, everybody should support what the present government is doing. Lagos is working based on what we've seen everywhere in Nigeria. And you can see the signs are everywhere that the state is working.
The health areas, the electrical areas, and it's not actually good compared to the last government and everything. Like park now, for instance, now Lagos Island, the buses don't stay under the bridge again. They have a particular car park they are, and it's helping make the road usage actually accessible and free.
In terms of infrastructure in Lagos State, Lagos State is really working. In terms of medical aspect, I mean the health, actually working too. But I think Lagos State needs to work more on the use of our timing here, I would say, because when there is growth, we need to improve on our timing too, because in terms of working and delivering on time, so Lagos State still needs to do more concerning that. But for Lagos State, I'll give them 90% over 100.
For the matter of fact, Lagos State is moving in a way. You know, for a governor to run a metropolitan state. You know what I mean by a metropolitan state? Lagos State is one of the best metropolitan states in Africa as a whole, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you. And our governor has been doing so fantastic work, not him himself. From generation to generation, Life Global do improves every year by year. Because Lagos State is a state that is not a state you can push aside. It's not a state you can wave aside. Before you talk about Lagos State or you talk about any state in Nigeria, at least Lagos State first. Well, maybe I must say Lagos State is the London of Nigeria. Let me use that English anyway. Lagos is good, it's working, they are doing a fantastic work, but they need some places to adjust.
The new government, yeah, they've tried. They're working and it's obvious, you know. It's something you can see. The works are physical, so I think their achievements are tangible. Yeah, so far so good. I think there has been a lot of improvement from the past administration as Fashola to this one. Yeah, I think it made us feel like the past administration did not really do well, and which we need. They did perfectly well.
Traffic in Lagos is gradually becoming a thing of the past in some areas due to the increased rate at which bridges are being constructed in these areas. Examples are Abulegba, Bega, etc., and also provision of affordable commuting vehicles like BRT buses. The level of security in Lagos has been alleged to be better as police officers now operate overnight on the streets of Lagos to ensure maximum security, but the people of Lagos still plead with the governor to help look in the case of kidnapping as it is becoming rampant now in the state. They pleaded with the residents of Lagos to support their governor and cooperate with him by paying their taxes regularly and also obey the rules.
Lagos State residents should pay their tax. Wherever you pay your tax, you can be able to do whatever you want to do. The government can easily do everything, easily, conveniently.
They should try as much as possible to keep Lagos clean, like has been preached all over the whole places, and everybody should be security conscious.
Residents should be security conscious. I mean, don't ignore things. There's always a tell. I mean, somebody told them about the Yanokwaja saga, so there's always a tell. Let's be security conscious. Let's know that there are things to be done. I mean, there's a role to be played as a resident.
I'd like to advise them they should be calm and always respect all the rules and regulations given to us by the state government, and to maintain a healthy environment too.
My little advice I have for the residents, we should try and make use of them. We shouldn't try and cause more damage to the things that we should try and know how we do in our communities and our local area, because it actually helps. It's not only left on Ambode alone, it's also left on individuals who stay within an area or within a community. They actually help too in helping the Lagos State go better day by day. So my advice to everyone, just try in your local areas. If you can try and do something, it will be easy for the government to.
People of Lagos are happy with the achievements of the governor and pledged their utmost support towards his administration. Ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún.
Keja my guy, you go love Lagos yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos yo.
In its quest to build communities of theatre, a play highlighting the importance of unity within Nigeria's inter-ethnic relations was displayed to celebrate Nigeria at 57. Titled Finding Adaora, brought theatre practitioners, fans of stage play under one roof.
May Chukwu, the Almighty God, bless your house. And may your enemies be enemies. May your enemies don't get your time. When you pass in front, may their necks run away so they cannot turn their head to see your progress.
According According to cast and crew members, the play seeks to promote the culture and art of Nigeria for the sake of improved lifestyles.
We're very interested in new Nigerian writings, fresh works that reflect who we are today and our experience as a nation. So while we enjoy the classics, the Soyinkas, they're great, it's time to start telling stories about who we are and where we are today.
The play is about a conflicted British woman of African descent who comes to Nigeria in search of identity, only to find that skin color is not the first or most important classification of human affinity. Our unique encounters at the hands of our Nigerian driver, Udoka, and his fake sidekick, MM, forced her to rethink her values and the meaning of being African.
White, symbol of purity and innocence. Oh, simply utopian. Thank you, Udoka.
Oh yes, hope you enjoyed the program. Very exciting. I enjoyed it as well. I hope you'll be watching us every weekend on this platform. Personalities with Larry is a program that must be watched, a family program. Enjoy it always. This is where we wrap up today's edition. See you next week.